We're fresh off the off day, and the Commodores are back across the bridge, taking on the Wareham Gatemen for the third time this season. Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Opening the Door, along with Bainbridge and Logan Soforenko. I'm Trey Redfield, happy to have you with us today. Logan, let's talk about what happened on Sunday. It was a doubleheader sweep once again. The Commodores on the bad end yet again.
The Red Sox pitching through both games combined 20 strikeouts. Their starters in both games both went 6 innings, qualifying for wins. The first starter, Jared Lyons, tied a Whitey Red Sox franchise record with 12 strikeouts in a single game. And as far as the offense went, Braden Taylor was the only source of runs the entire day with a solo shot late in the game as they were down 4-0.
So yesterday, Carter, was an off day, but it's a gauntlet of a week coming up. 7 games in 7 days, pending any weather delays.
Yeah, barring any rainouts for the rest of the season, this is the one and only time that the Cape teams have 7 straight days with a game with no break. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't get any rain that makes it 8 or possibly 9 just heading into the next streak. But it starts today here at Wareham. The Dores are trying to get back to at least 500. Although they don't start the day in last place, they could end up back there today with a loss to 5th place Wareham, team they're tied with right now.
Yeah, Wareham on the other side of the tiebreaker that Falmouth owns right now. Both of them currently tied for 4th place in the Western Division. And Logan, let's talk about 3 guys who are out the door for now. Braden Taylor, Maui Ahuna, and Jack Payton are down in Cary, North Carolina at the USA Baseball Training Complex. They could come back, though, but it all depends on how well they do down in Cary.
Well, yeah, and you talk about the way the offense has been going, especially these past couple of days. And on the defensive side at third base, Braden Taylor's done a very fine job picking up where he left off last year. Very fine numbers at TCU. Jack Payton almost had a 3-run opposite field home run at Brewster the other day. Just had to settle with a 2-run triple. Oh, no. And then Maui Ahuna, who's been very fine defensively. A lot of strikeouts, but he's going to hopefully figure that stuff out. But we're going to miss those guys coming into today. But as far as right now, the Falmouth Commodores entered today with 4 infielders. Jacob Walsh, Alex Mooney, he also got Anthony McKenzie, and he got Colby Halter. So kind of a little bit of a shuffle there, but that's the beauty of summer ball, Trey.
It's pretty easy to predict where those infielders are going to be, knowing there are only 4 of them on the active roster. But let's go into the center of the infield, Carter, and talk about the pitching matchup. For the Commodores, it's Grayson Hitt, the left-handed pitcher out of Alabama, who's still looking for a decision.
Yeah, unlucky decisions-wise this season, as most of the Commodore starters have been so far. He's nothing and nothing so far, but he has pitched well. His last time out, was at Cotuit against the once undefeated Kettleers. He pitched 4 2/3, gave up 5 hits, only 1 run, struck out 5 against a very, very potent Ketts lineup. So hard luck for him that day, left with a no decision. But hopefully he finally gets in that win column today against the Gatemen.
Grayson, very capable of finding his ways to get it done. He's just got to get the run support, especially going up against a guy named Matt Jasek, Logan, the Indiana State Sycamore, who was dominant this season in the Missouri Valley Conference.
Yeah, Matt Jasek had a 9-2 record, 2.88 ERA, 80 punchies. He held his opponents to right around the 250 batting average, so not necessarily an impressive line compared to Jerron Watts-Brown, who had the 197 average. That's just to pull an example out there. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what Grayson Hitt can do looking for that decision, because realistically, he was one bad play away from being in line for a victory or any sort of decision, because that last play was an unearned run bunt right back to him that he kicked into foul territory, and the game was tied, and we all know what happened that night. Falmouth Commodores and the Cotuit Kettleers tied at 3, so should be a fun one tonight with Jasek and Hitt on the mound.
Jasek was first team All-MVC. We get to find out what the Commodores can do offensively going up against the Sycamore. This has been Opening the Door with Bainbridge and Logan Soforenko. I'm Trey Redfield. The Commodores and the Gatemen coming up soon.